All right, guys, how's it going today? Can everybody hear me okay? Hello? Yeah, drum. All right, sweet, sweet, sweet. I just want to thank everybody for getting on the call today. It's really important that you are here. So, like, if you want to send that last minute message to anybody, be sure to do so. I am recording it as well for people that can't get on the call. So that's all right. We're gonna wait 1 more minute and then we're gonna get started. Just to help out, even for what we're doing right now, just type the two social media platforms that you use the most. So if it's Instagram and Twitter, or Instagram, Facebook, or I don't know, Facebook or Snapchat, just drop that in the chat, whichever social media is used the most. Cool, cool. So, all right, there, Instagram, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Cool, cool. Is this Snap? Cool. Perfect, perfect. All right. Okay, so before we even jump onto the call, before we even start talking about marketing or anything social media wise, I'm just going to mention like kind of why I'm doing the training rather than other leaders. It's just because like by far, like I can confidently say, okay, I'm not the best trader on the team. I'm not the best leader on the team, but the best thing that I need to do is social media marketing. A lot of the top leaders do reach out to me and say like, hey, I kind of want that story, or hey, can you edit this for me, or hey, like, how did you do that? And I'm kind of their guy when it comes to social media, so I figured I'd just pass the knowledge to you guys. Okay. So during the call, I'm just going to be going through transferable skills onto any social media platform. So like, it doesn't matter if I don't talk about your social media platform. So like, maybe use Facebook predominantly, but that's all right. So go over transferable skills. All right. The only 3 of you guys drop what you use. The rest of you guys, there's what, 9 of us on the call. So drop what you use. I'll drop what I use as well. Instagram and Snapchat. It's a Snap. Okay. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna head right into this. I'm gonna share my screen. I have a few notes. I'm gonna just expand upon the notes that I have written down. And then if you guys have any questions, be sure to comment on the mic or even go in the chat, and then I'll be just stop. I want it to be a conversation rather than a presentation kind of thing. Because if you have any questions, just ask. Because basically the way I learned Instagram was just from straight YouTube videos, 30-minute videos. You can't really stop and ask questions there, maybe in the comments, but it's not really effective. So yeah, if anything, go too fast, just let me know, and I'll stop and explain, obviously. Okay, even before I head into the notes, so transferable skills. Transferable skill, obviously something that applies to any social media, like I was saying. Basically, the first thing is consistency. Okay, so consistency is important because 80% of the people that do hit me up over Instagram, Snapchat, maybe sometimes Facebook. I'm not still newer to Facebook, but they always say, hey, like, I've seen you've been doing this for a while. You know, as soon as you post it the first time, you'll be like, oh, that's interesting. But then after that, you have the new wave of people saying, yo, I've seen you've been doing this for a while. And that's the key word. As soon as you're posting consistently, then they're going to see, hey, staying consistent with it. It's not just this one-time thing that made $50 from this fall. Okay. Next thing, personability. So just like, okay, are you genuinely talking to your followers, or are you just being like kind of like a walking advertisement? So it's like, okay, me, I post kind of my day-to-day life as well as IPA, so income producing activities, things that people want to see. Okay. I usually go with the 70-30 rule, which means essentially I'm going to post 70% of things that have to do with Forex, business lifestyle, and 30% of other things. And I'll get into what those other things can be in just a second. Okay. Next transferable skill, relatability. So like, okay, can your followers relate to you? So if you're posting content that people can't relate to, then they won't have an interest in actually following it. The reason being is because if they can't connect with it, then they just won't. You'll find somebody who they can connect with. Does that make sense, guys? And then the next transferable skill, value. Okay, so across any medium, YouTube, Twitch streamers, anything, it's value. So the value that you create for your followers. So essentially, like, okay, you don't need to explain, okay, like, this is IML Academy. You're not going to go out and just record IML Academy in a live stream saying, yo, this is important, this is this. You're not going to do that. You say, yo, instead of just throwing a picture of profits, you can say, hey, I said that the chart's going to go down from here, and it went down this many pips. Maybe explain what a pip is, and I made this many dollars. Okay, it's a bit of value you can drop this forex wise. As well as the last thing, high quality content. Okay, everybody likes to look at things that are pleasing to their eyes. So if you're dropping pictures that are blurry, not high quality, people are going to sure look at it, but it's not going to interest them. Okay, the biggest thing you have to learn about social media is one, people are lazy. Two, it's hard to get their attention. Okay, I'm going to be going through those two things as kind of the staple points of any post, story, anything you really do on social media. Cool. I'm actually going to switch my notepad so you guys can see exactly what my notes are. Then I'll just go based off of those. 1 second here. Let me share my screen. Perfect. Okay. So first things first, we're going to go through Instagram because Instagram is the medium that I use the most. Okay. So those of you who do follow my Instagram, you probably know that I'm posting very often, and it's very structured in a way. Okay. So first thing I'm going to go through is like how your Instagram should actually look. I'm going to pull up my Instagram as well so I can kind of compare and contrast and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, where it's actually applied. Okay, perfect, cool. Here we go. So, structured, okay? You want a simple and specific ad name. Okay, if your ad name has an underscore, it has a dot, it has a symbol of some sort. I know you can't do dollar signs or any of that, but if it has any of those characters, it's gonna be hard for people to find you. It's gonna be hard to tell people how to find you on Instagram. Okay, so you can say underscore this, that. People are gonna forget. It's gonna be hard to find you. Like even Drum's at name is at DrumCB. Simple to say. Mine's at L7. So I tell them about Legion 7, and that's cool. They can type it up quick. It's simple. Okay, point form bio. Okay, underline that. That's a huge thing. Okay, I'm going to talk about the pyramid principle in a second, but point form bio, it's really important. People, as soon as they click on your profile, their attention spans, I want to say anywhere from like 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, if they can engage with their bio and it gets their eyes to move downwards, then it will continue to look at your posts. So what do I mean by that? If I go on mine, I'll annotate it. I'll draw. See how it's point form, small things, emojis, things that are easy to look at. But basically the pyramid principle, boom. You see how it gets wider as my bio gets, let's say, deeper? That gets people's eyes to lead down to where my posts are wider. Okay, there we go. So notice how it's thin at the top and it continues to get thicker, and then that leads the person's eyes downwards. Okay. Just quick mention, the most, let's say, recognizable or colors that stand out just by human nature are yellow, orange, and red. So if you do use those colors to your advantage, then they will work. So like right here, it looks more impressive on your phone, but I have the caution signs. So as soon as they get down the list, they see the caution signs, then they start looking down and at my posts. A big thing is that you need at least, and I stress at least, 9 posts. Okay, if you do not have 9 posts, just spam until you have 9 posts, because if you do not have 9 posts, then your profile looks empty. Okay, so you have a bit more than 9, people are gonna say, hey, Matt's doing some stuff. I don't have very many, I selectively post. So you need at least 9 or else people are gonna look there and be bored and they're just gonna leave. Okay, they're not gonna bother looking at any pictures and be like, hey, I've seen everything. It doesn't really matter. Cool. So yeah, point form bio, business account, this is key. Okay, I can't show you guys over the laptop version, but a business account does give you access to insights. So basically what insights are is they'll say like, hey, this many people saw your picture, this many people clicked on it, so many people liked it, so many people commented, and so many people saved it. It's kind of like a funnel, like say this many people saw it, and this is how many people like actually liked it, interacted with it, or saved it. Okay, it says all that stuff. You can see how many people are visiting your profile per week, how many people are clicking on your link in your bio for the week, lots of insights. It's very good to see like, hey, is my account picking up or am I just losing engagement? Because you may not be gaining followers, but if you're gaining engagement, that's already half the battle. Because you can have 1 million followers, but if you only have 100 likes, it doesn't really mean shit, right? But if you only have, let's say, 5,000 followers and you get 5,000 likes, that's really good. A lot of pages that have 50,000 barely get that many likes. Because at the end of the day, it's cool to have followers, but engagement, that's where you're going to get like those relationships that you can talk to people and start actually introducing the concept of Forex, right? Yeah, your profile's gotta be transparent. There can't be any confusion. Okay, so if you're posting about, I don't know, let's say me, for example, I was posting about the gym a lot. I was always going to the gym, posting stories at the gym, and then I realized my focus on my account wasn't really as much Forex. So I wasn't following the 70-30 rule, and then I was just like, okay, I think my followers think I'm a personal trainer or something. Like, there's a disconnect here. So when people are hitting me up, they weren't really asking me about, okay, Forex this, Forex that. So I changed the direction of the page slightly. Okay, and again, 70-30 criteria here. Okay, one thing, niche. Okay, so a lot of people are advertising Forex through Instagram. Mind you, big industry, obviously a lot of people are doing it. Okay, yeah, you need to be different and stand out. You can post differently, sure, but at the end of the day, everybody's gonna be posting profits. So what the most ideal thing to do is to pick one or two niches. So what a niche is like how you can make yourself unique or stand out from the rest of the crowd. Okay, so it's like, okay, my niches I would say are just like fitness and architecture, since I'm in school for architecture. So if you see my story, I was posting, hey, I was doing some floor plans last night, and hey, I posted this morning, that's at the gym, and hey, I posted some profits for the meeting or for the training. So posting those three things, people are still engaged and interested. Okay, you need a theme color. Okay, I say do as I say, not as I do, because my profile, that's one thing that's missing. There really is no theme color. I have a theme of warmer colors, warmer images. That's okay, but you may want to add a tint. So like all your photos are slightly red or slightly purple or slightly blue. And it's not just like, okay, you slap it on, it just looks like, I don't know, you're like the Avatar or something, you're all blue. It's just a small tint so they all look uniform. Notice I just have the pre-occurring brown, but that's just by coincidence. Link, okay. With a business account, you have the availability to actually share a link. You do not want to put your referral link. Okay. I've seen it happen a lot. I DM even people that are not on the team. I say, hey, you don't want to be doing that. Okay. The reason being is because like that's the last thing you do want to send to somebody when you are going through the process of telling them about IML, all that. That's like your last thing you send to them. Okay, rule of thumb. But you want to just put something in there that captivates people. So what I have, I might even do another training on this, but essentially it's called a landing page. So it takes people's focus away from your page and kind of shows them what you do. And mine's created free with Wix. Okay. Very simple to do so. It took me about like, honestly, like 2 hours just to do it all. I don't know, it's loading. Oh, cool. I have a couple of videos in here. It's like what we do, some results, all that stuff. Really cool. Took me a little bit, just kind of leading 17, all that stuff. It's just loading, but mind you. There we go. But yeah, you do not want to put your subscriber link in their referral link. You do not want to do that. Best thing you can put in there is a landing page. As well as iMarks, I've posted another site of theirs saying like it's an intro to Forex call and the business breakdown. You don't want to put that in there either, because that's something you should be sending to somebody. But the best place to send people is on those calls, obviously, like Jerome sold someone tonight. Okay, link, you do not want that in your profile. Simple pyramid principle. Again, just a refresher. Again, bio goes from short to long, so people start to look at your feed. Okay, so again, I'll draw it out one more time. Boom. I'm stressing this a lot because I see a lot of people do it the opposite way, and it just keeps your attention up at their numbers. You're just looking, hey, they have this many followers, they have this many posts. So if you do it the wrong way, then the focus is going to stay in the one point, and you don't want to do that. Let me just clear out the time. Cool. Business card. I didn't get into it yet, but this day and age, nobody's really handing out business cards. And if they are handing out business cards, I don't know about you guys, but I lose things very often. So I lose business cards. Okay, what can't you lose? Your Instagram account. I mean, you can lose it, but everybody checks their social media every day. So what I do is like, somebody asks me, you have a business card? I'm like, no, I got something better. I show you exactly what I do. I have an Instagram account for my business. I'm like, okay, cool. They don't have Instagram, then just tell them kind of about what I do. Biggest thing about your page as well, people do not trust you. I tell people, even when they hit me up, they say like, yo, don't trust me. They're like, maybe you don't know me, I don't know you, flat out don't trust me. Like the numbers don't lie, and kind of that way. So there's really no trust. It's like we're kind of in a post-trust era when it comes to marketing, like say marketing terms. But yeah, there's literally no trust over the internet, especially. So it's just like the last thing you want to do when you're DMing somebody is say like, trust me, because then it's just like not gonna happen. I mean, it might, but that's not where you want to go with it. Cool. So now this is more so about posts. We just went over stories. You guys have any questions about the stories at all? Check the chat. There we go. Okay. Next thing I'm going to go over is essentially posts. Okay. You have your own story schedule and your own posting schedule. So essentially, stories, I try to do 10 a day. Okay. It's not that hard when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. Like, hey, you pick your 2 niches, you post 2 pictures each for that. For your stories, you already have 4 stories. And then the rest of them, the last 6, essentially just do it about 4x. Pretty simple. But for posts, you can choose to post maybe once a week, twice a week, maybe every other week. Okay, those are all good times. With a business account, you can see the most active times for your followers. So there's literally a chart. It's gonna say, hey, Tuesday, a lot of people are active. What do you want to do? Well, you're gonna want to post on Tuesday. Can you only post on Tuesday? No, because there's probably gonna be Tuesday's a good day, and then Friday's also a good day. That's like my days, I'm pretty sure. And then within the day, there's gonna be enough highlight time, like, oh, Tuesday at 3. That's when the followers are the most active. So you want to post maybe just before that, so maybe at 2:30, to get the peak time for your followers. Okay. Again, with posts, high quality, like we said, over the transferable skills, HD, obviously. Okay. You want them to be sharp, vibrant, and with high contrast. Okay. Those kind of sound the same. So sharpness is just, you can edit it when you're editing pictures. I do have a recommended photo editing software or app. I'll get into that in a little bit, but you want good sharpness, make the image sharp. Okay, if your image is low quality and you make it sharp, it'll look like shit. Okay, so you got to make sure it's a high quality image in order for you to make it sharp. Okay, you want it to be vibrant, so it's nice to look at. So I even looked at my posts. A lot of my posts, okay, they're all right. This one's the most vibrant post, and it has one of the highest activities and reach. And it's no coincidence. Yeah, vibrant again, and that high contrast again with the same image. Rule of thirds. Okay, I'm gonna teach you guys little tricks. So you can turn on a grid where you take a photo with your phone. Okay, so it'll look like that. Like I just drew out. Let's draw it out again. So basically, where these circles are, that's where you want your focal point of the image to be. Okay, so like the highlight of the image, you want to be in one of those circles. It doesn't have to be exactly on the point. No, it's just close to it. Subconsciously, like it makes images more appealing. Will somebody say, "Oh, I like your picture because you used the rule of thirds"? No, but subconsciously, they're gonna be more drawn to it just because you did use the rule of thirds. It's like a kind of subconscious thing. Okay. For each picture, you're gonna want to post a location. Okay, not your home address. You can put your city. So like, hey, for my post, I put Mississauga. Cool. And then obviously I'll get into hashtags in a little bit. So first thing, location. Have your nice high quality photo. Next thing, your caption. Big thing for captions. Okay. First thing, you want a call to action before anything. People are lazy, and as soon as they see a huge paragraph, they're not going to read it. Okay. So what do? Cap locks, and then I'll lock the caps. Write a quick question. Like, oh, let me go. Let's see. Boom. Let's go. That was the only one I didn't do a call to action. Well, here we go. Yeah, does the idea of working for someone else, does the idea of working for somebody else for the rest of your life scare you? Question mark with an emoji. Cool, that's the first thing I have on there before I even get to the long paragraph. So it's gonna kind of draw their interest. And then after that, I'm gonna drop kind of my 2 cents about what the question is, rather than the explanation of the question, flip it, okay? Reason being, as soon as they see a huge paragraph in the video, screw this, I'm not gonna look at it. Cool, nice picture, I'm out, okay? As soon as the question captivates them, you're not gonna ask like, oh, like what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Like, nobody really cares. But as soon as you ask something that kind of stimulates your mind, then you're gonna be drawn to it. So that's kind of your call to action. Next thing, paragraph, like I mentioned, your 2 cents. Oops, your 2 cents about your call to action. You want to make the post as well as the caption relatable. Be like, oh, like I don't know. Let's say, how does everybody feel making $1 million a year? Like, probably none of your followers make $1 million a year. So it's like you can't put that, right? That's kind of exaggerating it, but you get what I mean. And as well as your sources. Okay, that's huge. So I'll go to my last video. Arthur shot up when we were at the event. So obviously, what I do, I tag Arthur. Cool. And then I tag the guy who made the music for me. Location, U7. Looks professional that way. On the phone, it's actually staggered like this. So it looks even, like more captivating. Kind of out of the way. So then you have the text and then you have kind of the references, I would say. Kind of like your references for an essay. You want to see where you got everything from. If you have a bigger page on Instagram, you can't use like actual songs on YouTube and stuff like that because then your post will get taken down. Yeah, hashtags. So you want 30 relevant hashtags. Okay, relevance, stress relevance. Okay, don't say hashtag Forex, hashtag IML, hashtag IMARPside, hashtag Terry. You want to think, okay, who that might be interested in Forex, what are they looking up? They're not looking up IML because they don't know about IML. They're not looking up Forex. They're probably not looking at Forex. If you put hashtag Forex, only signal providers and other traders will follow you. So that's kind of not your target audience. So hashtags within your niche. So for me, fitness, architecture, cool. Lifestyle hashtags, cool. Entrepreneurship hashtags, business hashtags. Those all apply. When you do post your hashtags, you want to put 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe one more, and then put your hashtags. You can put 30 hashtags. Use all 30. As soon as you use 20 or more, they say the engagement's all close to 5 times as much. You want to put your hashtags as a separate comment. Okay, so you want to put your caption, your call to action paragraph. Cool. And then right after you post that, already have this copied. Post it, and then as soon as you can, comment your hashtags. Okay? Because if somebody comments in between, then it just looks bad. You want to do that right away. If you don't do it as a separate thing, it looks okay when it's in the newsfeed. But when people go to your profile, it looks kind of dumb. Yeah, so what you can do is also, obviously I'm not the guru, I'm not a know-it-all. What you can do is actually look at the top 20 accounts within your niche to see kind of what they're doing, what draws people to their account. Okay, so a lot of the things that I pick up on are from 2 accounts. So the Gary V, he has graphic designers do his stories and stuff like that, so you're gonna see they're slightly better, okay, higher quality, stuff like that. As well as Austin Ghazi. And I'm not just saying Austin Ghazi because he's an IML leader, it's because the stuff he's doing on social media, I actually steal some of the stuff that he's doing. So I'm going to talk about kind of like putting the words at the top and the bottom. He's putting words at the top and the bottom now, but before he's doing actually emojis. So that was working really well. I'm kind of using that on my stories right now as well. Yeah, so make the schedule, like I said, schedule for stories, schedule for posts, peak times, went over that, impressions, good. With a business account, you can also get promotions. Okay, so you can pay, say, like, I don't know, I usually put $1 and it gets me close to 1,000 views. Pretty good, translates to about like, I don't know, like 50 likes. I'm not paying for the likes, I'm just paying for people to see my content. Like, I don't care, like, give me 1 million likes. I just want more people interested in kind of my page. Replies. Okay, as soon as you get a reply, answer it. Okay, so you're not gonna answer all your replies with one message, because let's say you get 10 replies and you reply to it with one message, your photo now has 11 comments. Cool. But it could have 20 if you reply to everybody individually. And now that Instagram has the notifications of your replies, then it's all the more better to reply to them separately and stagger when you do it. Don't do it all at once. Maybe every hour kind of thing. Because everybody who likes a picture now will get a notification like, hey, somebody commented. Hey, somebody commented. And that's going to get them to see, like, okay, which picture is this? Why is everybody commenting? That's a new thing. Even like I didn't even incorporate that into the training. Boom. Stories. All right. There's a lot of stuff to deal with stories. I'll actually do an example of a story, like how I go about making it. Is this the only way to make it? No. Kind of the tricks I picked up on it, so forth. schedule, like I said, I usually do 10 a day. All right. 10 a day. Stagger them, don't spam it. So don't just say, hey, like I'm gonna post 10 right now. Stagger them, okay? You can put the location and the hashtag. This will come up on the location tag and hashtag. There's like stories you can click on. You're gonna get more exposure, okay? So that's the why. Edit, hide, change. Okay, I'm gonna go over those things right now. So let's just take a story quick. Cool. So, don't mind the picture. We're gonna obviously put something else first. So we can say social media training. Cool. Don't ever put the blank text. You can also put something around it. Cool. And I'm going to show you how to hide things in just a second. So location. Let's say my hashtag. Hashtag lit, whatever. You can make it smaller. Oops. And then put this right over it. So you can put hashtag something else like hashtag Bitcoin, even though it does not have to do with Bitcoin. Cool. That's already there. And just to pretend these add symbols or emojis, what you can do is make a block. What I usually do, make it bigger and put it to the top. Boom. And then I'll do the same thing. Boom. Put it to the bottom. Okay, this way it creates a border around the text, around the image as well, and then it's going to make it more captivating. People aren't going to look at the top and bottom tabs. They're going to be like, yo, this is a social media trading. Boom. Make it bigger. Obviously want to cover that. I can put the location in behind there, so I can put like, I don't know, I'm in Las Vegas. You can put Las Vegas, you're going to see it. Because remember, IML's global. It does not matter where these people are from. So you can change the location for each post. If you're doing somewhere local, then you can post it. But you don't need to if you do want to get a location from somewhere else. Let's go back. Perfect. So yeah, you'll always want to be posting any IPs, so income producing activities, like I mentioned earlier. Yeah, shared pics, events, results. So it's all in the Telegram chat. Don't just throw up the screenshot, add a nice edit to it, maybe explain it, like I mentioned earlier. You want your stories to be kind of behind the scenes, okay? And another thing I did not mention when I was drawing up the story, let's do this one more time. Cool. What you can do is draw it in behind an image such as a test. Cool. Make this bigger. And what I can do is behind it, I can add like and that way it draws more attention. You can even use red because it's one of the most recognizable colors by us, by humans. Okay, just subconscious. Next thing, yeah, you want to put a face to the name. Okay, you want to talk on your story. Okay, sorry about the scribbles because that's when Ali came to training, so we did that. But talk on your stories. Okay, let me give you a good example. I don't know, Sebastian was a big leader coming into the company. I didn't know him personally. Cool, welcome to the group. Cool. I saw his story. He was talking facts, talking powerfully, talking with confidence. As soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, this guy's gonna make big moves. What do you do? Make big moves. If you talk like you're doing something, not even if you're doing something, because you're not acting. If you kind of set the mindset, if your mindset kind of translates over your social media platform as creating value, motivating people, and they get to see your true colors, see who you really are, right? If you do all that and put your face on the story, don't just like screenshot your shoes, kind of talk. Actually do it with your face. No, sometimes we get like subconscious saying, hey, my friends are gonna be like, oh, I'm a vlogger. Forget that. It's not gonna be easy to post a snap of your face the first time, but after you do it a couple times, it gets easier and easier. Next thing, polls. You don't want to do these too often, okay? You don't want to spam polls, maybe, I don't know, 1 week, 2 week, whatever. You want to make your poll closer to the middle of your story, because if you do it too far to the left or right, then you will just skip the story and it's just annoying. Nobody's going to vote. Okay, you can make a sequence of posts. Okay, so I'm going to go through how to do that one. That's going to be like the last story lesson for today, I guess. One. Let's just keep it short. 1 and 2. 1, cool, 2. And done. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna post 3 stories from just this one picture. You're gonna save this photo. Okay, so save it. And you're gonna delete the 2. Cool. These are obviously gonna be words, okay? Because if you post too many words, not everybody's gonna have enough time to read it or get the full scope, okay? Then you're gonna save the number 1. Cool. You're gonna post just the background image. Then you're gonna post these in reverse order. So first you're gonna post this, then the screenshot with the 1, and then the screenshot with the 2, and then it's gonna act like it's a sequence. So every time you tap, a new word pops up or a new sentence. Because again, if you put too many words, not everybody's gonna have time to read it. Okay. Yeah, whole sequence, repeat and underline. You can do the same thing with the sequence, except add an underline after. So it like highlights kind of what you're trying to say. Yeah, good. IG marketing, DMs. Okay, everything goes down in the DMs. So somebody that comments on your photo, like, you want to be DMing them. You want genuine relationships with people that you DM, because it's like, okay, it doesn't take you very long to talk to them, say like, yo, how's your New Year's? Yo, how's your Christmas? Blah, blah, blah. Have a nice conversation, genuine conversation. Don't just copy and paste for everybody. Have a genuine conversation. And if you keep these conversations going, inevitably, no matter what you're saying, they're eventually going to ask, yo, what are you doing? And that's when you say, yo, man, I'm March 5, it's lit, join. No. You're obviously going to have like a nice interest-piquing message. Say like, yeah, I don't know. I just learned how to make money off of my phone. I don't know, these guys are teaching. Kind of run an invite, essentially. But not too serious, because they're going to pick up on that. So just, yeah, run a nice invite. Get them on a call. If you're local, hey, come out to the event. It's lit. Kind of like that. You want variety, okay? So you don't want to post the same shit all the time, because people are going to get bored of it. Good example, I kept posting in the gym. What I do, I stopped going to the gym. No, I'm kidding, I just stopped posting it, okay? People don't care. Okay, I'm working out, nobody really cares. Boom, don't post it as often. Collabs, okay? So people that have bigger followings, okay? So I don't know if your account's like at 200, 2,000, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just people who have more followers than you, leverage them. So like, tell Jerome, like, yo, Jerome, throw me on your story. Cool, right there. Hey, Matt, throw me on your story. Tag us. Cool, we can even repost it. Stuff like that. You can go direct and indirect marketing. So essentially, direct would be like, hey, I'm making money through Forex, blah, blah, blah. Mentioning Forex. Okay. Indirect would be like, hey, what if I told you could turn your phone into an ATM? And it's gonna be like, ooh, wow, right? Be like, yo, did you know you can make money if Bitcoin goes down too? Ooh. Right? Kind of pique their interest. Authenticity. Again, you want that value, you want to be the real you, okay, over social media. And like I said, relationships are key. So you want those genuine relationships with the people that you are DMing. That's key. Okay. The next thing, Snapchat. Okay. Everything I said for Instagram stories is transferable to Snapchat. Okay. But you're going to pick one of these, or you're going to scan one of these for Snapchat if you're using both. Okay, so hey, either Snapchat's going to go over your business, Instagram's going to go over your lifestyle. Okay, have a focus for both. You can include both, but have a main focus. So people say, hey, yo, if you want to see more of my business side, look at my Snapchat. Or if you want to see more of my business side, yo, check out my Instagram. Okay, you can either post or document when you post on any social media platform. Documents like, hey, I'm doing this. Cool. It's easy to do, but if you're trying to like stunt each story with each post, it's gonna be hard to post. Okay, so I'm not saying, yo, just take bad stories. No, structure them in a good way. It's just like, don't go over and above, because you won't be posting as much. And again, that will kill the consistency of your page. Okay, good. Facebook, I'm gonna go over it quickly. We only have a minute here, guys. So essentially, Facebook, you can either have a profile or a page. Okay, if you need a page, then essentially people are just looking like an Instagram page, essentially. Okay, they're gonna view the content, blah, blah. You see pictures, posts. You can even post your Instagram posts and share them on your page, as well as your profile. Profile is more like you. It's kind of like, okay, this is Matt, this is Matt. These are his personal life photos. It's more kind of personal. Page is kind of away from yourself. Essentially, like, hey, like, part of this group YFR, you can make a YFR page, stuff like that. You can make like Prosper with Matt, I don't know, stuff like that on a page, but your profile is just be your full name. You can leverage more activity to these pages or profiles through Facebook groups, and there are a good list of them. I made them. Okay, I'll be sharing the apps that I use for what's called Instagram marketing and stuff on Telegram. Okay, I'm going to share the videos on how to get Instagram and Snapchat plus. There's a few benefits, and they explain that in the videos. Visco's how I edit photos. Fonto's how to make flyers. pigments how it's kind of Photoshop.